This life isn't built for you to win, especially if you're out here chasing your dreams. Doing the thing that you feel like you were made to do is easy, but getting validation, making a career out of it, checking in every day, dedicating every moment to your craft, your business, that part transcends mere ambition. It goes beyond these bite-sized anecdotes of self-discovery and purpose. It pushes the limits of and redefines perseverance, resilience, and determination. I was watching a Busta Rhymes interview and he said his method of gaining his success in his career was to be maniacal. I resonated with that. The craziest part is bringing into the light the things that you can only see. It's one thing to bring your ideas into the light. That achievement is for unlocking personal potential and growth, but what about the parts where it needs to resonate with the masses? The part where it's good for business and gives you money to invest in more opportunities to chase your dreams. One of my favorite artists of all time is Andre 3000. One thing about Andre that I love the most is how he always keeps self-expression at the center of everything. He doesn't care about what the masses say. He just dropped a Flute album. I don't know him personally, but I feel his decisions aren't fueled by capitalism or self-promotion. But one aspect of creating art that every artist must face is their ability to pander to the muse. And I feel like he does this tastefully, always. 3, 2, 1. That's pretty. Okay. I'm gonna try some movement with these. So I kind of drag the red a little bit, I hope. Yes. Okay. Since I am an artist first, my approach to everything is to base my opinions and truths on the foundation that has no outside influence. I like to take my time to process my thoughts and feel solid in my justifications. When I do my research, my opinions are always motivated by the honesty I feel after processing the information. Aesthetics and design decisions all play a major role in all of my decision making, especially watch collecting. The beautiful thing about watch collecting is that, to be honest, none of us really care about the rules. Yes, there are big marketing campaigns all around us, and we all have those dreams of owning expensive grail pieces, but a lot of us are not programmed to think the same. I know people that love Rolex. I know people that hate Rolex. But these two people will always find some sort of common ground as long as the conversation allows it to get there. I'd like to introduce to you the Valor Arc Serenity. The first things that caught my eye was the stunning rhodium dial and the bracelet, which we will get into later. Let's start with the basics. 39mm case height is a stunning 9.2mm. The lug to lug is 50mm, the lug width is 19mm. This watch features a sapphire crystal both on the dial side and the case back side. The dial is a sunburst gray, which is rhodium plated. Rhodium is a very rare metal that is part of the platinum group. The applied indices and logo are all rhodium plated along with the hands. All of the indices feature chamfered edges, which help play with the light and provide another dimension of beauty while wearing it. The dial features a unique painted-on 24-hour track. Valor Arc and Soul is painted on in a very nice typeface along with automatic and Swiss made along the bottom. I love the small, subtle minute track along the outside of the dial towards the bezel, right under the rehat. It's classic looking and reminds you that this is in fact a timekeeping device first before anything. The dial is busy but balanced. The case shape is unique. The lugs overextend on purpose, creating this wraparound effect which maximizes its comfort. The bezel is brushed on the top with polishing along the sides. The sides of the bezel curves up like an S and matches well with the chamfered edges along the sides of the case. The side opposite the crown meets at a point that brings symmetry to the whole case because it helps balance out the crown side. There was a lot of thought put into the crown guards. They are shrunk down for easy grip of the push-pull crown. This watch features 50 meters of water resistance. The movement is unique and absolutely beautiful. It's a Sellita SW300 but with some upgrades. Côte de Genève on the bridges, snailing on the undercuts, perlage on the base plate, heated blue screws, polished bevels on the bridges, rose gold finishing everywhere, a skeletonized rotor, and a skeletonized barrel that also serves as a power reserve indicator. The movement finishing is this watch's best feature, and truly a beautiful work of art. The power reserve is 56 hours and beats at 4 Hz. The pop of rose gold on the exhibition side really brings the piece to life. It is something you can get lost in and stare at for long periods of time. The bracelet is nice. It's original, it's unique, it's one of the most comfortable I've worn to date. Full-blown solid link construction, all the links are polished and beveled for maximum comfort and smoothness. The 19mm lug width tapers down to 15.2mm at the clasp. The clasp is done really well. I like the perlage and how the name and reference number is engraved on the inside of the clasp. The bracelet features quick release pins that are done really well. They tuck right up underneath the lugs and fit perfectly between the downward sloping lugs and caseback. The rubber and leather straps are nice, but are definitely outshined by how wonderful the bracelet is. The design of this watch is inspired by the Aston Martin DB12 and the arches found in classical Gothic architecture. Given the knowledge and historical data I've collected over the last few years, there's nothing I can really compare this watch to from a design perspective. The case shape is unique. The 24-hour register printed on the inner ring of the dial is unique and really different. The 24-hour numbers on both the left and right side go down a straight line, furthering the emphasis of balance. I love the design of the logo and it brings together the whole concept. This might be saying too much, but I think the logo is as iconic as the Rolex crown and Omega Great O. One negative thing about this watch is the water resistance. I like 100 meters minimum for my dailies, but that's just for my peace of mind. The other negative I have with this watch is its price position. I'm not at all saying that it's not worth the money, but I think at around $3,000 is a lot of competition, especially for that first time luxury watch buyer. I think a lot of times, not every time, but I think a lot of times we're conditioned to believe certain things about how we collect based on how the market operates. Heritage and market position always play a large role and dictates valuation. I know if this watch was priced more aggressively, it would sweeten the deal even more, but not everything has to be about price. This is my personal message to Brian, the founder. I'm thoroughly convinced that you are not a micro brand, but a watchmaker. From one artist to another, I can tell you put your heart and soul into this project. I can tell you sacrificed a lot to bring this project to life. From the website layout to the photography and the watch itself, I can feel your soul shining through in every aspect. Next time you do a drop, I'll be ready, cash in hand for purchase, because I believe in you. And I think you did a great thing. The Serenity bridges a gap within myself. Me being Korean, seeing this watch in the flesh and the high level in which it was crafted brings me a lot of joy. I think about how a Japanese fan of watches feels when putting on a Grand Seiko for the first time. I feel like for Korean watchmaking, this is a step in the right direction and a brand that should be recognized for pushing the culture forward in Korea. Thank you so much for stopping by checking out my review of the Valerarch Serenity. Want to give a shout out to Brian. Thank you for loaning this to me, letting me check it out. I had a great few weeks wearing it. It was phenomenal, and I really do enjoy the watch. Anybody here, first time, my name is John, and I like to create watch content. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Would mean a lot to me, and this channel would help me out a lot. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Yeah, likewise.
That's a wrap. I want to say thank you to everybody. Thank you to Elvis, Jocelyn, Haley, Sage, myself, Johnny. As always,
Sorry,
take care.
lights off on you. How do you turn the lights on in here?